We're going to go ahead and reassemble a Stihl brush cutter. This is an FX86. It had spark, replaced the whole carburetor on it, replaced the gaskets, and the only thing I can come to find out is that it was flooding. It would just flood out really, really bad. And it could be that I just didn't have that carburetor set right, but what I think ended up happening is that, you know, the rings on the piston here wore out. So we have some pieces here. Right here, we got the cylinder head, cylinder base gasket. These are actually the old bearings. Relatively in good condition. I went ahead and just, this is one half of the body. This is the other half. Sorry. There is no gasket for this. Okay, got a flywheel. This is the keyed flywheel. I think they're all keyed, whatever. Part of your magneto. So in here, we're going to start here first. That's where the new bearings go. Very smooth. New bearings. Just going to set these in. Short. Okay. We're going to go ahead and remove the old piston. Okay. Alright, we drove it out. We're going to don't remove this all the way. We're just going to look at it. It's a needle bearing, okay? Get the new piston. Now, when you put a new piston on, you want to make sure the orientation, so that when I took that old piston off, it had a dot, okay? So that you want the arrow and the dot being on the same way. And that's when this goes back in, that dot will be lined up with the exhaust, okay? It will be lined up with the exhaust. So it'll be in like this. And the reason for that is, see, there's a pin right here. There's a pin right here. If you put this pin on the exhaust side, it will blow out and it will break your rings, and it pretty much will ruin your cylinder. We got our arrow. It's going to go back in. We're going to set it in. Okay. You push that in with your finger. And then it came with retaining rings. We have our rings. And make sure you put these, so these rings, oh, you're going to see that, okay. See this dip like that. This needs to go around the pin. This. So before you put your piston into here, you need to install this gasket, or you're going to be trying to do something like this, and that's not going to work. Now, this gasket is actually a tad bit small. So we know this is the intake, that's the exhaust, spark plug. Woo, 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 woo. Okay. So yeah, this side gets this rewind, right? And it will get the short shaft. This side gets the flywheel, see? Yeah, give me that. Because there's for your magneto. It will get the long shaft. Okay. Wrong side. Spindle here and just kind of, I got it down far enough where I can get these in. This fits in here perfectly. With the foot there. Okay. Little keyway. Okay. Just going to give this a little tap. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put the exhaust back on. It's gonna be like this, dirty side out. Alright, so the ignition air gap for a Stihl FS86, I don't know if you guys can see that, is 0.02 or 0.5 millimeters. Okay, 0.02 inches, 0.5 millimeters. Okay, so we're going to do here now, so we're going to set this in here. Oh, I'm sorry.
How did Mama not drive to the airplane?
Do what?
How did Mommy not drive to the airplane?
Somebody else picked her up. That's how.
Why did she didn't drive?
Well, yeah, why would she? She was staying here. So there was no point for her to drive.
No, she was on the work side. Look at me, see?
Put the gas
I
tank.
only have this.
Yeah, I know. Hey, you're gonna get eaten by mosquitoes out here. So you should probably go back inside.
Yeah, but can I have that?
Have what?
Those.
What are the turkey legs?
Yeah.
No. No, you cannot take those inside. You goober. Okay. The gasket. Set this up. This actually goes up here. Let's see. Got the air filter plate. Slide this on. You got the ultra high filter. Goes in. Then we have the foam filter. It goes in like that. What I'm going to do first, we got everything back together, but I don't have the spark plug hooked up yet, and this is why. I want to make sure that my ignition points are right on that magneto, okay, that I have proper spacing. Like I said, I told you what that size was. So what I have here is I have a spark checker. You need to make sure that you put your equipment in the start position. If you don't, it's not going to spark. We've got good spark. Since this is rebuilt, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adjust this carburetor too, and I'm going to reset it back to the factory settings. Now, run them clockwise all the way down until they seat, and that means is you'll get a light resistance. Don't crank them down harder. You'll bend the tips and you'll deform the inside of that carburetor and you'll mess your jets up, which means new carburetor. See, now it's starting up. Sounds like you don't have enough gas coming in there. We're gonna increase this idle. We're gonna do 3 turns on that. Oops. All right. We got it fired up. That's what my issue was, is I could not get this started, and it's because my rings were bad. Hopefully you guys found this video very helpful. Please like and subscribe, that helps me out. If you have a question, ask a question, leave a comment. I respond to comments as fast as I can, as fast as I can. As always, have a nice day, guys. Till next time.
I'm in this.